What up? It's your boy Qway Starchild, and we here about to break down the album, the Suicide LP. Tune in. Break down the Suicide LP. Well, I got the title just strictly off of personal experiences. Made the album over the course of a year, and it's not like I wasn't even making it. It was like I was receiving the album, just from raw emotions and feelings and whatnot. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. The Suicide LP, and it's just how I was feeling. I was going through real deep depressive mode, and I was contemplating that constantly, but that's pretty much it. That's how I got the title. But yeah, it's a pretty deep project. All the way around. It's real heart-wrenching. Like, you can feel every track. Every track has some kind of symbolic meaning to it. From the name, to each bar, each metaphor. Everything is just raw emotion. You can feel it. You can find yourself in this project. Yeah. Alright, track 1 is titled Starchild's High. I got it from Donny Hathaway, which is a legendary singer, vocalist, singer, from the 70s. And it was originally titled Tim's High. He put it because he scored a movie in the 70s, and I just pulled it from there and just titled it Starchild's High. So gave him all the credit, but it was a real deep feeling and deep emotion to it. So when you hear it, you understand it, and then it just transcends into track number 2, which is called No Matter, spelled K-N-O-W, No Matter, meaning to know yourself. No matter is to know yourself. If the basic elements, or the basic meaning in physics is matter, and everything around us is created by what matter. Everything contains matter, from the walls to me and you, glasses. It doesn't matter. Everything is matter. So to know matter is to pretty much know yourself, and that's what track 2. That's what it means, is just to know yourself. I just found myself coming into a deep realization of who I was in that track. Yeah. Alright, track number 3 is titled Checkered Mind. Did that, just on the fly tip. It was just fun. I was just having fun with words, just bending words. If you hear it in my second verse, I'd destroy the whole second verse from top to bottom. It's just, I'm going off of the one sound, and I'm just flipping at least 20-30 different words. So each bar is the same word. I mean, it's the same sound but different words, and I was just having fun with that. And it's just checkered mind. It's my mind was going everywhere when I made the song. So it was just me, just a feel good, fun lyrical track. To break it down, it's very difficult. You're gonna have to re-listen to it 30 times just to understand the first couple of bars. But yeah, man, it's nice. Track 4 is Frankie and Johnny. My homegirl DeLorean, she's a singer right now. She go by the name of Lua Love. Excellent singer. But she was listening to Sam Cooke's original song titled Frankie and Johnny, and she was like, "Yo, Qway, I need you to remix this. Do it into real time, do it now." And I was like, "All right." That's a challenge. So I went and listened to it. It's a 2-minute song. I had to flip it, add extra story to it. I just pretty much took his concept and made it my own. But yeah, it's a heart-wrenching tale. It hurts. Put yourself in the in the bodies of the characters, and I promise you're gonna feel some pain. It's nice. Frankie and Johnny. Alright, the next track would be a track titled Load Up. Load Up meaning drugs. like I said, the whole, it's called the Suicide LP for a reason. I was, like I said, I was focused on the dark part of my life. I mean, like I said, over the course of a year, it's pretty dark. And so, like anything, like any song I wrote that was dark, like I said, it just fell into place. Like I said, I didn't really write this. Like it didn't. I really wasn't sitting here trying to pin this album. It just came out. And so the track "Load Up," just a story of, you know, just telling a story about, you know, how a lady, how a girl is addicted to me, how, you know, she can't live without me. She's willing to do, you know, anything and everything to be with me. You know, it's deep. It's a deep track. Just talking about how I control her, like how she calls me daddy. You know, how we sleep together, how we have sex. You know, how we lay together, how her family wants to get rid of me and everything like that. It's a nice track, though. Hello world. Hi. Alright, track 6 is a funny track for me. Is the Fuck Love, like, freestyle. Like I said, I was feeling all types of ways for the whole year, and even, you know, dealing with the love life and everything like that. So I was feeling real salty one day, and I just found a beat, and let the beat speak to me, and let my mind and my heart do the rest of the work. Fuck Love came out of it, and then a lot of people was really receptive to the song. They really liked the song just because, you know, they never heard me spit like that before. They never heard me really, you know, talk about like love in that type of way. But yeah, I mean, if you ever feeling salty one day or anything like that, or you ever just want to just say fuck love, play that song and think of your boy. Yeah, you really can't do an intro for shit. Track 8 is Epiphany. You know, I had a sudden realization one day. It just hit me, just like life just grabbed me, just took me under, and just showed me everything from the past to the present to what I can see in the future. I don't know. That was a weird track to make. You know, like I said, I was feeling suicidal, so I got you know, some dark shit in there, and then I got some cool shit. It's just that's a track, you know, I consider it like a freeway track. That's like a track that you play, you like 2 o'clock in the morning, you like on the freeway by yourself, and you know, you got the wind blowing and shit like that, and then you play that joint, and it just sets the whole mood. Feel like you're in a movie and some more shit. It's tight as fuck though. But yeah, Epiphany is it's a very deep track. Yo, just no more. Alright, track 8 is Real Queen. I made that because this is during the whole Trap Queen, you know, the Trap Queen phase and stuff like that. You know, Fetty Wap, you know, he just dropped Trap Queen, and it was getting a lot of buzz. And then what angered me is that every girl on my Instagram wanted to be a trap queen. Every, you know, they name, you know, every Instagram name, every time I scroll, it'll say something, the word trap or the word trap queen or some shit like that. Like they'll put their name in it and put the word trap queen. I'm like, come on now, are you serious? Like your aspirations in life is to be a trap queen? Really? Come on now. Like where the real queens at? And that's why I made the song. It's like I made the song just for those girls, like just for those girls that want to be that. Like, come on now, like you want to be negative? Are you serious? And then it's I got the last verse in there is for the trap niggas. So the niggas that aspire to, you know, sell drugs and all of that stuff like that. I'm like, come on, man. So it's like, yo, we kings and queens. Let's uplift ourselves. Let's not be trap kings and trap queens. So it's just something positive. But fuck trap queens. Alright, track 9 is the When I Die freestyle. Title speaks for itself, obviously, you know, dealing with the whole suicide thing, but it was deep. It was just like it's like me telling everybody or anybody who's listening like when I die, I want this stuff to happen, and I want, I want you to think of me this way. I want you to, go find this girl and tell her this. It's just a bunch of stuff. So when I die freestyle, just me like addressing whoever's listening that, when I die, I want certain things to happen, and I address like this is part in there where it's the first bar I was talking about my father, my real father that passed away. God rest his soul. I said, Daddy was a pimp, had 28 kids, and he walked with a limp. Like, bitch, it's like I address, like personal feelings and personal thoughts in there. My father. People know, if they know me, they know I'm real sensitive about my father, and things that he did or things that anybody that has done negative, it affected me in pretty much a lot of ways, and you can feel that when I talk about the When I Die freestyle. When I dive in there, you can hear it in every bar. Alright, track 10 is the Better Than That. It's like a interlude, and that's the only feature on the whole album, and the only person that's featuring on it. If you look at the credits or the album is says Mimi, which is my mom, Mihisha Jones. I love it. I love you, lady. But yeah, it's my mom, and it's short, like 42 seconds. It's just, it's me and her speaking to me, like speaking to my conscience, telling me that, I'm better than that. Like, I'm better than suicide. I'm better than depression. Like, I can beat anything. Like, I'm better than all of this dark shit around me. Better than all of the, the negative emotions. So it's just me and her harmonizing, singing. So it's a nice track. Track 11, the next track is a track titled Scars. Self-explanatory. Not a lot of people know I wear long sleeves a lot, but this whole arm is damaged. Like, I used to be a cutter. I try not to, but I wear these. I wear these strings. It's like it symbolizes stuff like every couple of months, like every 3-4 months that I don't, cut, I add another string that basically it's like watching my progress. But yeah, Scars is self-explanatory. Just me talking about all of the pain that I went through in like a whole minute and a half. Just me talking about what I was going through and why I cut and what does each cut on me symbolize, because I said they speak for themselves. Like, you can see them, and actually, if you look hard enough, you can see words. I didn't carve words into me, but if you see with your third eye, you can be like, man, he went through that. He went through this and he went through that, man. He said, fuck a better day. That's what he meant right here when he cut right here. When he cut right here, he meant like, what the fuck is life? Like, what's the point? It's very, very deep. It's emotional. I'm pretty sure everybody knows somebody, that's battle with self-infliction. And this track is, specifically for them. Alright, the next track is track 12. It's titled Catch My Flame. I tried to make it so obvious for people to understand, but I guess it goes over people's head. But when I say flame, it's like the equivalent to me saying pain. It's like flame and pain. That's like the word association. That's what I was trying to go for. Like, when I say catch my flame, I meant like, I hope you don't catch my pain. But I just use the words flame because, I can have so much more fun with it. I can be more witty and clever with it, with the bars and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's a deep track. Just basically telling, I was basically talking to my girlfriend about this. Like, I hope you don't catch my pain. Like, I don't want you to be around me, when I self-destruct. Like, in the course of that year when I was going through some shit, I didn't want nobody to be around me. I didn't talk to nobody, but she's my girlfriend, so she's right there. I didn't want her to be in my vicinity because I didn't want to lash out on her. That's why I say I don't want you to catch my pain. I don't want you to catch my flame. I'm too hot for you right now. Don't touch me. That's what it means. Alright, the last official track, like the last official song off the album is titled Eulogy. Pretty much sums up everything. Eulogy, you know, so when you speak at a funeral and whatnot. First line I said is like, when I die, let the words that I speak be the eulogy. So it's just me, you know, introducing the track and whatnot. Eulogy, it's a deep track. It's just basically me summing up everything, you know, that I've said in the Suicide LP. It's me talking about, you know, like when I die, let this stuff happen. Kind of like the When I Die freestyle. Like let me just get these last couple of words off my chest, and I want to address my mom. I want to address my father. I want to address my family, my friends. It's pretty much what it is. The outro is titled Hotline. Now, Hotline Bling, this ain't no Drake shit. This ain't nothing like that. But Hotline, I titled it Hotline for the suicide hotline that my college professor, she gave me this. Like, she's like the only lady outside of like a few friends or like a few family members that I've ever confided in about my problems and my issues. And she's the one that gave me the number and told me everything was gonna be alright, you know. So the outro is just me addressing my personal issue, you know, my battles and, you know, the battles I battle with demons and everything like that. That's just me addressing everything, and then I drop the number for whoever's listening. If they're feeling some type of way, you know, like I was feeling, you know, call that number, most definitely, because they help. They really help. People on the other end of that line, they definitely care about you. They love you to a certain extent. But yeah, they're there, man. They're real people. Any shout outs? I want to say shout out to myself, to be real, okay, because it has been an emotional roller coaster, you know, full of ups and downs and whatnot. I made the album totally by myself, you know, with the help of God. That's pretty much it. And shout out to YouTube for providing some awesome producers for the beats. If you check out the album, I do have the production list there, so give credit to, you know, everybody who did drop the beats. Just want to say, you know, shout out to my moms. I love my mom. You know, thank you for being on the album. Thank you for, you know, being there for me. And shout out to everybody who've ever supported me. Like all of my friends, all of my family, you know, my personal team. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to Lavish Lifestyle. Like they really paved the way for your boy when I came out here. I'm a kid from the city. I'm a kid from Compton. That's it. Moved out here and didn't have nobody, no kind of connection. So shout out to Bull too. Bull, it's my boy Danny Muff. He the one that pretty much opened the door and then, you know, introduced me to the whole, you know, Lavish Lifestyle. So shout out to them. Shout out to, you know, my big homie, the cousin Boopy, man. I love that man right there. You know, shout out to everybody that ever supported me. Shout out to all of my followers and all of my, I don't consider them fans, but shout out to all of my people that ever supported the music. And yeah, just know that I love y'all, and y'all mean the world to me. If it wasn't for y'all, like, I would probably be just curled up in a ball, you know, with a bunch of scars on my arm, crying and shit, waiting for the world to end. But that's pretty much it, man.